Hey guys, welcome back to another Battlefield 6 news video, and today we're gonna talk about some new bugs and issues that were added to the game with Season 4, some back-end changes and fixes that were luckily already made, an interesting leak by Temporeal, and some other stuff as well. So I guess we're gonna get right in, and of course we're gonna start with the new bugs. So we got an official post by Battlefield Comms already that wrote about 2 issues that they're tracking right now and that they're investigating. So one is that pings may not appear properly, primarily when players are using vehicles and drones, and that tank loadouts may not equip properly in certain modes, including Gauntlet's rodeo mode. But there were also some more, of course, that you guys wrote in the comments as well, but that Battlefield Bulletin has also summed up here. So this is what adds to these 2 things that Battlefield has shared themselves. So on Zero Reef, the new map, there are obviously performance issues that caused frame drops, and there are also some graphic glitches. This has pretty much been reported by everyone that I've talked to so far, and also by a lot of you guys in the comments that you were wondering why you're losing frames on this new map. Why this is happening, I don't know, but you're not alone. So this is something that is happening to a lot of players, obviously. And apart from that, they will also rework Zero Reef, so the new map. They didn't say exactly when this will happen, but it will get an overhaul to address the map design issues on Rush and Breakthrough. There's also a bug that lets you revive all teammates as any class. Now, how this works is that no matter which class you have, if you pick up a support kit that is lying around, and here it doesn't matter if it is from a friendly soldier or from an enemy soldier, if you pick it up and then swap back to another kit or to your own class kit, you will be able to revive everyone with the drag and revive feature. I've tested this so I can show it to you right here, and it works, and then I was able to revive everyone around me as a recon in this case. So this is probably the least annoying bug that we have right now, so I don't see this as too much of a problem actually. It is a bug though, so it's gonna be fixed at some point. What's also a bug is that Battle Pass tier skips are not being applied. I guess that this also applies to the Battlefield Pro version. If you've bought this and your tier skips are not applying, I guess that this is the bug you're experiencing right here. Then the music when loading a red sec match is looping. Then also a bug for red sec, but only for ranked, is that the ranked points have disappeared after the start of Season 4. However, I'm gonna talk about this in a second again, because this is something that Battlefield has also acknowledged and that should already be fixed, but more about that in a second. First, want to finish this list right here. So what's also on this list is that some vehicle indicators are mixed up, which causes them to appear incorrectly on the minimap, and some PC players are experiencing game crashes when they're playing on certain maps while using a GeForce RTX 50 series graphics card. But as always with these bugs, you can run into them, but you don't necessarily have to. Maybe you're not experiencing any of those, maybe you experience all of them. Specifically for this NVIDIA bug, there's also a workaround if you run into this. Here it seems like the NVIDIA driver 596.49 is not causing any issues. So if the game's crashing for you and you have an NVIDIA graphics card, it can also crash for you if you're not having a 50 series card, but the reports are mainly concentrated around the 50 series cards. So if you're experiencing this issue, you can try to roll back your driver to this older version right here. Maybe it works, maybe not. You can just try it out. And then another word to this rank reset after Season 4. So this is what Battlefield had wrote themselves, that they are investigating the reports of players who say that their Battle Royale rank has reset after the start of Season 4. And then later they wrote that they have identified and resolved the issue, which caused some players to lose their rank. And this should now go back to normal. So they have added the missing rank points to the affected players, but only when their current progression was still below the rank that they had. But if you were already above the rank and you had progressed further than the rank that you had before, there were no additional points added anymore. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you've been affected, you should have gotten points. If not, well, then you didn't get anything. And then the last 2 issues, or well, at least the ones we know about at the moment, are affecting the 2 new weapons, the Broad 3 and the EF88. Here, the headshot multipliers were incorrect, so they still had the previous headshot multipliers of 1.34, but if you can remember, these were changed with the last update in Season 3 already and were increased to 1.4, but for some reason, those 2 weapons had still the old multiplier with the start of Season 4, so now they have fixed this through a backend update and have increased it to 1.4x. However, the UI in-game will still display the old headshot multiplier of 1.34x for the time being. I think that this will probably be changed with one of the future updates. And then another issue that occurred with these 2 weapons, so also the EF88 and Broad 3, is that the match trigger attachment, which usually helps to improve the weapon's performance in semi-auto and reduces recoil and increases accuracy, but only in semi-auto, had the effect in full auto as well, but only on those 2 weapons. And Zorro had tested this, or I think he even found it out, and here is a side-by-side comparison with a match trigger not equipped and with a match trigger equipped, and this was not intended, of course, so they have temporarily disabled the match trigger attachment for those 2 weapons, and it will be brought back once they found the issue and resolved it. And that was it for the bugs that we got in Season 4, at least some of them, and also for the fixes that we already got through the backend. But I hope that most of this will actually be fully fixed in a future update. And now we're moving on to, well, maybe some better news and some more positive things. And we're gonna start with a leak that was made by Temporal. Now, I'm a bit hesitant in showing you what he has posted over on Twitter because I'm not sure if EA would take down the video, for example, if I'm gonna show the gameplay right here, because what Temporal has shared is that he has tested unreleased jet skis in Battlefield 6. So he has found them in the data files. I think he had already found them before, at least if I remember correctly, and now he was somehow able to test them in-game on the new map Zero Reef. And he's writing that they're a lot of fun, especially with the dynamic wave system, and let's see if DICE will actually bring them to the game in a future update. I'm gonna say they look good, they look interesting, and it's definitely something I'm missing on this map. Maybe we will get them with the release of Wake Island. That's what I could imagine. And then a little heads up from my side, if you have been participating in the carrier hunt that was held before the season started, so that was held on Discord, and you had to give answers to, well, some cryptic text, and if you gave 2 correct answers, then you should have gotten the Eagle Stare Dogtag. Now, if you're not active on Discord much, except for participating in this kind of stuff, then you should check out your PMs, so your direct messages on Discord, because you should have received a code that you can redeem in order to get this Dogtag. But just as a little heads up, so you're not missing out on something that you have earned. And then another little heads up, also connected to Discord, there will be another live Q&A held tomorrow on July 29th. And over there, the development team will hold a hour-long session where they dive into questions of the community on Season 4, Naval Warfare, RedSec, updates around the 2026 roadmap, and so on. And your questions will be answered live by the team. So if you have any questions that you want them to answer, be sure to head over to the Discord and be sure to be around there at this time. I'm gonna put the link to this in the description below. And lastly, we're also gonna have a look at some new stuff that was added to the game with today's weekly rotation. So we're gonna start with the free stuff that you can find in the store. As usual, you can scroll all the way down to gift and claim the Battle Pass owner's gift, which is just another hardware XP booster, and the free gift, which is also another XP booster, but this time for the Battle Pass. And what we got as well when you head over to the Battle Pass is the Battlefield Pro bonus path. So if you have Battlefield Pro, then you should find this bonus path right here. And to complete this bonus path, you can now, with the weekly missions, also earn these bonus path coins, and since the bonus path will stay for 20 days, so for 3 weeks, you will also see these bonus path coins in week 3 and 4. And that was it for today. These were all the bugs and issues and fixes that we saw within the last week, or well, after the start of season 4, and some other stuff as well that I thought would be interesting for you to know. And if you enjoyed this video right here and you want to stay tuned for more content like this, then be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.